CX Leader Summit 2020. The virtual summit has been powered by Oracle. I'd like to thank our gold partners, SAS, Comsense, Adobe, and TCS. I'd also like to thank our innovation partners, Dell and Team Computers. And may I once again encourage all our delegates to please visit our partner booths in the experience zone. You can also visit our networking zone and connect with various teams and get to know more about their business and services. There's also a chance for you to win some assured gift vouchers by Osmo. So let's look forward to that. And in case you want to meet and connect with Team Comsense, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to connect with you in our partner booths. For now, they'll be taking our next segment on the customer OS for marketers, a case study presentation. May I welcome Mr. Sagar Babar and Mr. Biju Nambiar, co-founders Comsense. Welcome, gentlemen, and over to you.
Hey, thank you very much. Thanks, Times Group, for this wonderful event. We have been enjoying since morning and looking forward for rest of the evening as well. So thanks for this 15 minutes. So we have 15 minutes. We would like to take this opportunity to discuss one of a case study which we recently implemented in the last 6 months. And we want to take you through that. And in that case study, we would like to tell, what is Comsense customer operating system for marketers. So, yeah, so, based on our experience and working with many marketers, CMOs, and VP marketing across the globe, we have found that, the marketers today deserve better technology. So there are, we discussed since morning, there are huge technology stack, a lot of technology, big giants have developed technology stack. But what we have, realized that, marketers today need, something which is really true customer-driven, customer-focused operating system to manage entire customer life cycle. And this will actually reduce and escape them from the chaos of operations and all, and it will help them build be world-class marketer. That's what we have developed this marketing operating system for. So this case study today, we purposefully chose case study instead of giving anything presentation, because we thought we have recently done this, and what we have implemented, you can see it actually the results of it, and we'll show you. So in this case study today, me and Biju will take you through what was the objective, what was the pain area, right? And what was the benefits of it, how we implemented it, what was our approach, what was our architecture on doing it, and what does customers say about us, about this product. So that's what we will try to take you through. It's True Beauty Brand is an US-based, a retailer. They were an old style retailer selling on different third-party, and they had own products. So they wanted to move to a digital platform, an e-commerce platform, to improve their sales. That's where they engaged us, and we helped them improve 67% of revenue in last 3 months. So we'll talk about this case study. So over to you, Biju, like what we achieved, and then we'll take you through how we achieved that.
Yeah, thank you, Sagar. To give you a quick snapshot, right? And we've been tracking this as a part of the metrics from day one. So there were 6 key metrics that we were tracking, which is how we were able to cross-sell and upsell. So we saw a 13% improvement in the cross-sell upsell after we implemented this solution 3 months back. We got an increase in campaign ROI almost 20x because we were doing a hyper-targeting personalized campaigns. The response rates on many of the campaigns saw a tremendous increase. And the best part out of all these were, we were able to kind of, improve the lead to conversion ratio, which was at the beginning, it was around 1% conversion to purchase, the lead to purchase on the website. And after the implementation, what we are seeing right now is 1.25%. That's almost 20% of conversion improvement. And these are some metrics which are kind of we are tracking on a daily basis with the customer. So now the question would be, how we were able to do that, and what all went into kind of getting these kind of metrics. So I would like to take you to the first part of the story, which is like we were having a conversation with the CEO and the CMO and the marketing and the operations team there, and they were pretty excited that they want to take and this was 6 months back, the pre-COVID era. It was 6 months back, and they wanted to kind of take their entire shop on the e-commerce. They were doing some selling on Amazon, Walmart, but they wanted their own e-commerce store, and they wanted to have the best of the best technology in the marketing for their marketing store, right? And the challenge that they were facing was there was too much of data that was kind of in siloed format. They were data from their offline stores and website and social media, and the whole idea was they wanted all this thing to come together in a single platform so that they're able to understand the customer well, get a complete control. And overall, they wanted to do a digital transformation of business. Of course, at the end of the day, the bottom line from the CEO was very clear that he wants to see a tremendous increase in the revenue, right? Which is purely digital revenue, which he was kind of very gung-ho about. So how we did it, we took certain fundamental approach on people, process, the big picture, technology, data science, and statistics. And the final eventual thing was the marketing getting plugged into the 5 steps, the 5 process that we kind of got together for them. So the people, we had the Martech, the data engineering, and the data scientists deployed from the very beginning to understand their as-is process, to understand the data, quality, the sources of data, how the data is flowing. Then we went back to the customer. We created a big picture. We call it as the big picture from an architectural point of view. So we wanted to kind of show them how the solution is kind of fixing. And the implementation started with a lot of APIs that was custom written for them, because they were actually on a very old technology which needed some ingestion of data, and that was not happening. So we created some custom APIs also for their legacy application. And then the data modeling part, wherein we were able to create dynamic segments, and we were able to kind of develop the propensity models for their cross-sell and upsell, which was then plugged into their marketing for doing a personalized campaigns. Of course, I would have loved to kind of go down to the detail, which I would ask Sagar to kind of take it on the solution framework. Sagar, over to you.
Sure, thanks, Biju. So like what Biju said, right, from the day we had that workshop, when we came up with like what we want to achieve out of this project, and what is the CMO and the board is looking for, right? So what we did is we had a proven framework which we have implemented across multiple retailers, banks, insurance companies, large and world's largest insurance retailers and all. So we kind of use this framework, which is Comsense, predictive engagement framework we used, right? What it does is it takes wherever data is available in any format, and I think we have been discussing since morning, right, about data and how to make use of it, right? We are actually using that data and giving output to our customers, and we have been doing this for last 5 years. So what we do is, in this, the high level architecture is, we take the data, we work on the data, right? We write models, we write industry specific accelerators we execute those accelerators and use that output of that model into any customer engagement products. But we are closely working with Acoustic campaign automation. It is integral with Acoustic, and we use the omni-channel and the engagement feature of Acoustic to engage with the customer. So that's what we use this framework. So when we started implement, the first step in the implementation was to bring all the silos data across online, offline platform, their store, POS platform, CRM, website, their MarTech data, all those data bring together into data mart. So this is very critical step which we implemented here on the data mart front, because data mart is where we are actually helping the marketers reduce their dependency from the CIO, from the CIO group, from the IT team, right? Because for each and every small campaigns, many a times if it is linked to their transaction data or an offline data and online data, they have to be dependent on the IT team. That's what we think that this is the most critical phase to implement the data mart, bring data together. In the next step, once we have the data together, we have our own accelerators, the segmentation models which we have developed for different industries. We execute that, and then we get the list, segmented list with us, right? And once we have the segmented list, and here the objective of this customer was more on, how do I increase my revenue? How do I increase my wallet share, right? So then we write deep level segmentation models, cross-sell, upsell models. We implemented that here to get the output, right? Now, these are the three steps, critical steps from and not till we start engaging with the customer, right? So we got the data together into data mart. We wrote segmentation, we wrote different machine learning models, and then this output we gave it, and this is all real time, this output we gave it to Acoustic campaign automation to do more personalized, right, individual level, personalized level, segmented campaigns. And this is the real crux, right? Because of step 1, 2, and 3, and the power of Acoustic tool, we were able to increase the lead conversion ratio. We were able to increase the open rate, right? Increase the business. So now this is, and the last step is very, very critical is, once we do that, how do we attribute the contribution of marketing to the business, right? So also the attribution, like, for example, we did so many campaigns. What was the business generated out of it? From which campaign generated which business? So all those things we implemented. And this is how, because of this attribution, we can confidently say that the percentage of increase in revenue and all the other attributes which Biju just spoke. So this is what the solution we implemented, Biju. So some of the use cases which we implemented, and this is specific to retailer, right? So we implemented some use cases which are vanilla use cases of marketing. Some use cases where there is there is machine learning involved. Some use cases there's only data involved. So combination of all these use cases we implemented for this customer to get that revenue impact. So I will quickly, because we have less time, quickly take you to the high-level architecture. What we did, right? So first, what we did is we integrated. So Biju, we integrated all their touch points wherever there is customer on mobile app, even anywhere wherever there is touch point, and whatever there is a digital analytics, we brought it all together into marketing data mart. Then we also worked with their e-commerce team, their old OMS system, with their CRM system. We brought all those together into data mart, right? Then we wrote machine learning segmentation models on it, upsell, cross-sell model on it, right? And now the use of this model was used twofold, right? So, Viju, next. So one was to use Acoustic campaign to reach out to customer to do the real-time campaigns based on. So, for example, if someone registers, it should go a welcome mail. There should be a newsletter mail, right? If we think that this person is going to churn out in next 2 weeks, because of predictive model, we know that we can send an email campaign. So that's all those things we did. Also, the other use of this model we did is we created dashboards for the C-level there, so that they can understand what is their segment, what is their market, what is happening to them, how the revenue is increasing or decreasing, which area. So all these dashboards also we provided. So in nutshell, what we did is we implemented this end-to-end story where we stitch all their data, and this is what we have actually did, right? So we implemented all their touch points together. We brought it together into data mart. We wrote models. right? And then we use those model output for engagement. Yeah. So this is what we did here. And just to give a sample in just 10 seconds, right? This is some of the single view of dashboard. We can't show customer, that's why we build dummy, right? So for example, single view of Biju. What is the lifetime value of Biju? When did he last come to our store or e-commerce website? What is a potential buy he can buy? Whether he's going to churn or not? What is the portfolio he's holding? Right? What are the segments I can have it? Right? I can have segment by category. I can have we can have a complex segmentation out of this, and we can use it for customer engagement. And this can happen real time actually. Next.
Yeah.
So, Biju, if you can take us through, what was the business impact out of it? So we discussed on the achievements in terms of numbers, but what was business impact and how we did it?
Yeah, sure. So while we were preparing for this presentation, guys, we went back to our team who were working on this, and we said that what was the number of parameters that you guys put into the data mart. So this was around 150 plus parameters that is going on a daily basis into the data mart to give those accurate segmentation possible. So the business impact. When we looked at our last 6 months efforts, we would call it as we were able to create a unified platform with an offline, online customer data, right? Which they were able to build a real-time prediction model and a marketing automation engine, which is plugged to their overall real-time insights system. So this is kind of giving an edge to the customer, because if you actually look at the conversion rate and the response rate, it is all because we were able to kind of understand the customer, their customer pretty well. So even if you look at the sales uplift that has happened in the last 3 months, which is 19% month on month is an average aggregate uplift. It is a big impact, and it's all because there was a back end, a lot of effort being put both by the customers and our team to really talk to the right people and to serve the right set of customers based on their behavior. So one of the major business impact I would say is that which came from their CEO then himself is he's now able to see a single view of the customer. He's kind of interested to know more details into how the customer is behaving and all those things, which was not possible maybe 6 months earlier. So today he's able to kind of do a double click, triple click. So over all in all, the business impact has been more control over the business and the revenue uplift, of course. So I'm sure that this is there's some takeaways for you who's been watching this and listening to this. To give you a perspective of who we are, right? So we work very, very closely with the marketers, and since we ourselves come from the marketing background, we know that the marketers don't want to be involved in technology. They want to serve their customers well. Their major objective is to be relevant at all times, and that's what we as Comsense have been trying to take away those complexities out of the marketers' world and give them a system that they want to play around with, which is very, very easy, as easy as you would want to work on a Word file or a presentation. So and we have quite a lot of experience in helping the marketers do that, and we would in future would want to continue doing that to help the marketers unclutter their world and make it simple for them. As Sagar also said, we have also worked with other industries in banking, healthcare, and insurance, where we have deployed this solution, and it is actually helping them. It is much more complex than what we showed here. Much more data, millions of records of data, which is coming in and going out. So we were able to kind of get results, and of course it's kind of a continuous process. But we're very proud that we are able to do that, and definitely there will be some marketing leaders out there who's listening to us who's coming from a different industry. We would like to know more from you if there is a specific challenge that can be solved through the solution. We don't want to go away like this. You've given us time. Thank you for being a part of it. This is all virtual happening, and you have all the right to just put it off and do something else. But then you choose to be a part of it and to listen till the last. So we have something for you. We have the offer of the day, right? We want to give it something. So we do. So this is a marketing data thinking workshop. We usually do that with our customers when we sign up. What we do is that, as Sagar must have mentioned, that's our step one. Right, we actually do an audit, their marketing data audit, to really understand and create a big picture for them. Right, so this is exactly what we can do for you. We can actually create a big picture, which will enable you to kind of visualize what that the future of your marketing would be. And we are more than willing to listen to you. And you can actually send an email to me, biju@comsenseconsulting.com, or you can just ping me on our booth or on chat. So that's all from my side. Sagar, you would want to close it?
No, I would like to say thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone, for giving your precious time. Those short 10 minutes, we tried our best to give justice to what we worked there. The reason Biju and me presented both, because Biju actually implemented this product, right, in this customer. That's why I wanted the first-hand person to speak about it. But thank you very much. We can take some questions.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Babar and Mr. Nambiar. I'm afraid we're out of time, but like you mentioned, that you and your team are looking forward to meeting and connecting with our delegates at the Comsense booth. So I'd like to request all the delegates to please join us in the experience zone and visit the team at Comsense